The collective aspirations of Catalonia's public to clinch the coveted UEFA Champions League title were abruptly shattered as the Blaugrana contingent was compelled to concede defeat to Paris Saint-Germain in a humiliating 1-4 loss, effectively extinguishing the flickering hopes. Prior to this disappointing turn of events, there was an air of exuberance permeating through the Catalan region, as the disciples of Xavi Hernandez basked in the glory of a resounding victory in the first leg of the encounter, fostering a sense of unwavering optimism. However, the subsequent outcome seemed to etch a sorrowful narrative, one that seemingly rewound the clock to cast a shadow of doubt over the once maligned figure of Ousmane Dembele, whose past transgressions had painted him as an apostate. In the aftermath of this reversal, it behooves us to meticulously dissect the downfall of the illustrious Barcelona, laying bare the seeds of hubris and overconfidence that paved the way for their eventual undoing. Buoyed by the buoyant triumph in the initial leg of the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League, the Blaugrana garnered a sense of buoyancy, with the indomitable spirit of Xavi Hernandez's men palpable on the pitch. Their slender victory over PSG, achieved by the narrow margin of 2-3, seemed to inject a renewed sense of self-assurance into the ranks of the Blaugrana, a sentiment reaffirmed by the effusive praises sung by none other than their mentor, Xavi Hernandez. Post-match, Xavi exulted in the triumph, extolling the virtues of his youthful charges, with particular emphasis on the burgeoning talent of Pau Cubarsí, whose virtuosity elicited adulation from Xavi himself. Indeed, Xavi expressed unshakable faith in the composition of the current Barcelona squad, confidently asserting their capability to clinch the coveted UEFA Champions League crown, a sentiment echoed by local media outlets such as Marca, who tipped Barcelona for a passage to the semi-finals. According to Marca, the Blaugrana boasted a defensive solidity unparalleled in the tournament, with the defensive duo of Ronald Araujo and Pau Cubarsí emerging as an impregnable bulwark, leaving the PSG attackers toiling in their wake. Cubarsí's virtuosity in the first leg of the encounter was greeted with unbridled jubilation by the Barcelona faithful, with the 17-year-old prodigy earning comparisons to the likes of Franco Baresi and Franz Beckenbauer, a testament to his remarkable achievements at such a tender age. The lofty ambitions nurtured by Barcelona's triumph in the first leg were soon met with a rude awakening as their hopes were dashed in the face of a resurgent PSG onslaught in the second leg. The Blaugrana, having taken an early lead through a goal from Rafinha in the 12th minute, found their momentum abruptly halted by Ronald Araujo's ill-timed challenge, resulting in a red card and a numerical disadvantage. PSG wasted no time in capitalizing on their numerical superiority, with Vitinha restoring parity in the 54th minute before Kylian Mbappé struck twice to seal Barcelona's fate. The final whistle heralded a humbling 1-4 defeat for Barcelona on home turf, a bitter reminder of their past capitulations in the UEFA Champions League, as PSG orchestrated a stirring comeback reminiscent of Barcelona's own exploits against Liverpool and AS Roma in previous campaigns. Central to PSG's triumphant resurgence was the mercurial presence of Ousmane Dembele, whose menacing presence on the right flank proved to be a perpetual thorn in Barcelona's side. Dembele's virtuoso performance, highlighted by a crucial goal and a relentless barrage of attacks, earned him plaudits and a stellar rating from SofaScore, further underlining his pivotal role in PSG's victory. However, Dembele's redemption narrative was not without its detractors, with sections of the Barcelona faithful lambasting him for his perceived lack of gratitude and decorum. His exuberant celebrations in the first leg were interpreted as a slight against his former club, prompting criticism from fans and media alike. The sanctity of the Blaugrana colors was further sullied by Dembele's refusal to extend his contract, a decision that incurred the ire of the Barcelona faithful, culminating in a hostile reception upon his return to the Camp Nou. Amidst a sea of vitriol and animosity, Dembele found solace in the final whistle, his jubilant smile serving as a silent rebuke to his detractors, as he reveled in the downfall of his erstwhile club. Meanwhile, Xavi Hernandez found himself embroiled in a war of words with the match officials, decrying their officiating decisions as biased and detrimental to Barcelona's cause. His fiery outburst, which culminated in a red card for dissent, underscored the frustration and disillusionment simmering beneath the surface, as Barcelona's dreams lay shattered at their feet. Despite his protests, Xavi was powerless to alter the course of events, as Barcelona succumbed to the inexorable tide of fate, leaving them to ponder the what-ifs and what-could-have-beens of their UEFA Champions League campaign. In the wake of Barcelona's ignominious exit, questions abound regarding their prospects for silverware this season, with PSG emerging as formidable contenders for the UEFA Champions League crown. The narrative arc of Barcelona's season remains uncertain, with the specter of past failures looming large over their aspirations for glory. As the dust settles on their European campaign, Barcelona finds themselves at a crossroads, with the promise of redemption beckoning on the horizon. Whether they can rise from the ashes of defeat and reclaim their rightful place among Europe's elite remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the indomitable spirit of the Blaugrana faithful will endure, steadfast in their belief that victory will ultimately be theirs to savor. I hope this meets your expectations for length. If you need further elaboration or adjustments, feel free to ask.